think the teeny bowls are my best seller out of everything that I make. They're a small, little, tiny bowl with usually a special design on the inside. So it's just something that's really sweet and lovely, and they're super useful. You can use them for ice cream if you're trying to portion control. You can use them for salt next to your stove, in your bathroom for jewelry. My kids use them all the time for dipping vegetables, which is a great way to get them to eat their vegetables. I start with either 7 to 8 ounces of clay, no more than 7, I'm sorry, no less than 7, no more than 8, so that they all stay relatively consistent in size. And then I throw them on the wheel. I do so many of them in an hour. That usually like 2.5 minutes from start to finish on the wheel, which is great. A lot of times my mind goes blank. Sometimes I might think about stuff that's going on, and if I do, it tends to cause problems, and so I try to clear my mind as much as possible and just get rid of the thoughts and just think about the steps each and every single time, making sure that the piece is centered. If it's not centered on the wheel before I open it, it's ruined right from the beginning. And then making sure that the walls are even, making sure that the bottom is super compressed so it doesn't have cracks in it after it fires. There's so many little things that can possibly go wrong even in 2.5 minutes of throwing. So I try very hard to just clear my mind and just think about the steps. And then they set up for a little while, and then I trim the bottoms to make a foot on them, and then they fire. And then glaze, and then they fire again, and then I add the designs to them, and then they go in the kiln and they fire a third time. So that the design is now a permanent part of the piece. You can't wash it off or scratch it off. It's there forever. Every single one of them is a little bit different. It might be a little taller, a little bit wider, a little bit deeper. The glaze all ends up a little bit different on the inside. How it pools, how it coats the edge. It's different every single time. And I like that. I like when they are stacked up, that they're a little uneven, that they're a little all over the place, so that it takes away from it looking like it has been manufactured. I have seriously been racking my brain trying to remember the first time I made a teeny bowl. Why did I ever make it? I have no idea. I cannot figure out what possessed me to make this bowl to begin with. Why this shape? Why this size? I have no idea. But the minute I started making them, something resonated in me that I really liked making them. And then they just started selling. Like they always have sold well. Like this year alone, I'll make 1,500. Last year, I made 1,200 of them. So there's a lot of them out in the world at this point right now.